Hey buddy, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days across the British Isles, see what the trends are for the next 10 days to 2 weeks. And that of course takes us towards the middle of September. Now before I get on with the video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gavsweathervids.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gavsweathervids.com by doing that. So as we always do with these 10-day videos, we're starting off with the 500 millibar height anomaly chart. It's got the ECM WF here on the left, the GFS on the right. Have a look at that in a moment. 500 millibars, 18,000 feet is an important area in the atmosphere, because that's where we get areas of high pressure and low pressure developing, and it's as those high pressure and low pressure areas are moved around by the jet stream running above that we really get our weather. So these are the 500 millibar anomalies for 8 to 10 days time. So this is taking us towards say the 8th to the 10th of September, and we can see we've got a big area of positive heights here, not just over British Isles but across much of Western Europe and out into the Atlantic as well. A large area of positive heights. That is high pressure really. It's actually above average temperatures at 18,000 feet that we're looking at here. But we can extrapolate that into high pressure, so the ECMWF is going for quite a large and extended area of high pressure here around much of British Isles and well out into the Atlantic as well. We can see we've got below average heights up to the north of the country. The jet stream lines here indicating that jet stream has gone north. So if this was say 4-6 weeks ago, we would be looking at a very hot, dry spell of weather coming up with high pressure really dominating. Of course, we're on into September now, we're at the start of autumn, so that limits the potential really. Basically, it's all a bit too little too late if you're looking for hot and sunny weather. But even so, it will be quite warm, and there'll be some sunshine as well. And it does look dry. We'll be able to dry out after the wettest summer confirmed by the Met Office yesterday for 100 years. Now for the GFS model, it's very similar. We've got above average heights here around British Isles. This perhaps doesn't extend into the Atlantic quite as much, but really we've got these above average heights. High pressure is dominating the weather around the west of Europe. Now the air masses with this high pressure will change day by day. I was talking about this yesterday. It's late in the year now, so we're going to struggle to keep warm air over us consistently for say 2 weeks. We will at times change the air mass, bring cooler air into the high pressure and then bring warmer air back into the high pressure again. So it's not going to be hot throughout or very warm throughout the next 2 weeks probably. But nevertheless, we will keep a lot of dry weather here with these above average heights. So temperature anomalies for the next week. This is the 31st of August today to the 7th of September. We can see we've got temperatures actually going a little bit above average here across the British Isles. Not, as I've said, desperately above average. This isn't high summer, so we're not seeing really hot weather associated with this high pressure. But nevertheless, temperatures anomalies here showing that temperatures will be around a degree or so above the average overall for the next week. And for the precipitation anomaly, well, a very good signal here for the next week for it to be very dry. This is well below average precipitation anomaly from today, Friday the 31st, to Friday the 7th of September. Just the far northwest of Scotland really having near normal precipitation. Everywhere else it's below normal, and for England and Wales very below normal. A very dry week, hardly any rain at all coming up. So quickly running through the charts from the models, we can see that this is the chart for a week's time, Friday the 7th of September from the GFS model. We've got high pressure here down to the southwest of the country, high pressure dominating weather, a low pressure to the north of the country. There's the jet stream along this black line. It's gone north, it's to the north, so we're on the warm side of the jet. And basically we're looking at a lot of dry weather here, maybe some showery rain at times in the northwest of Scotland, but really high pressure is ruling the roost, keeping it dry. Now, as we go through to Monday the 10th, so this is 10 days away, we actually have that high pressure over the country and going a little bit more to the east, so that's seeing the high pressure even more dominant really, very dominant high pressure there. Dry across all parts of the country, and temperatures will be with this up into around the low 20s, so we'll be looking at temperatures around 21, 22, 23 degrees into the low 70s Fahrenheit, really quite warm indeed. Although this may be starting, we may be starting to see low pressure beginning to develop in the Atlantic and cut in from the southwest if we went beyond this, so perhaps going towards the middle of September. This might be indicating that some sort of breakdown is going on as well. Notice also this very intense hurricane over here around Newfoundland. That I'm not sure about that, but that looks very intense. I'm not sure where that's going, but if it was to get caught up in the jet stream, that's the kind of system that could easily smash this high pressure apart. But anyway, for the next 10 days, the GFS really does have high pressure, very, very dominant indeed. This is the ECMWF for a week's time, Friday the 7th, high pressure sitting right over the top of the country, quite a deep low pressure up to around Iceland. We don't have to worry about that though, because the jet stream is north, so the high pressure is dominating the weather. And then as we go towards 10 days time, we have that high pressure pulling out in towards the Atlantic, so maybe just signals that we might start to bring down somewhat cooler and more unsettled air from the north beyond this period. Again, notice this hurricane around Newfoundland, that really does look very, very intense. It's hard to see what the central pressure of that is, but really, really intense storm there around Newfoundland for 10 days time, and it's very difficult to say where that's going. That has the potential either to inflate this high pressure and continue it if the low pressure was to stall in the Atlantic, or if it was to get caught up in the jet stream and enhance the jet stream, it could easily blow the high pressure apart and set us up for a very unsettled spell. So that low pressure to hurricane there could be key to the pattern that develops through towards the middle and ultimately latter stages of September, but we've got to wait and see with that, because models are very, very I find it very difficult really to deal with hurricanes and storms, tropical storms. So we have to wait and see on that one. Finally, for GEM, the Canadian model, we've got the high pressure sitting right over top of the country, 1,030 millibars in a week's time. So that'll be a good day to set your barometer, by the way, 1,030 millibars. You can set your barometer with that. And then going out to 10 days time, again, the suggestion here may be that the high pressure will move out in towards the mid-Atlantic, and we might start to bring down cooler, more unsettled weather from the north. But that's very tentative, and I wouldn't take that too seriously at all. And even so, even with this high pressure, it's still really dominating the weather across the country. So it looks as though we're in for a very extended period of anticyclonic weather. It's not going to be a terribly exciting period coming up. We're not going to see any extremely high temperatures because it's so late in the year. But even so, a very extended period of mainly dry and quite warm and bright weather coming up. It will allow us to dry out from the very wet summer, and I'm sure most people will find it agreeable. It's not going to be terribly exciting for me because I'm just going to be chasing cloud amounts around for the next few days. But I'm sure most people will enjoy it. Now I'll come back tomorrow. I'll be doing the week ahead forecast. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.